There's the spring. Right outside the hill. Alright, doing a little dump digging today. I just found a pretty interesting piece. It's got a guy on it. Mosby, I'm not sure, I've never heard of that, but we do have the part of the name here, I'll show you. Pretty sharp. Conjole. Something like that. I find a lot of old bottles like that, but they're no good when they're broke. Here's one that's whole. It's called Peck's King of Ointment. Kind of interesting. Still got the metal lid. But you can tell it's early because it's got a single rib for the screw-on. It's an early screw-on. But there's tons of this pottery. Stuff's beautiful. That one's black turned inside. This stuff here is all over the place. Pretty cool designs on it. But I guess I'll show you guys around a little bit. This here is a massive base of a pot. I just found a tea kettle up there. But just picking through. I've been picking this one for years and years and years. I'm still finding a few things here and there. There's some good bottles in here yet. That bottle there I thought was whole, but the bottom's out of it. So keep on looking and show you guys a bit more of this. You can see some of the stuff in here. This is a really old dump. It probably hasn't been used since maybe the late 40s. Even earlier. It's old. All this stuff has been here for a long, long time. The mighty Grand River in all its glory. Right on the curve, just down past a couple of small towns. And that way's one more town, and then it'll head through Grand Rapids and whatnot. This is where I was born and raised. Right here on this stretch. Alright, just to give you guys some reference, there's the downside of the river I was talking about. And here we are. Just gonna squat down like this. And this whole thing here is all glass and metal. Huge. Probably that tallest one there has got to be 8-10 feet tall from where I am. And the old stuff I was finding is down there, so I'm thinking probably closest to the river will be the oldest, or at least the bottom layer. This stuff here is all just filled. Just give you an example. Just packed full of this. And I'm finding all sorts of different things. I think I'll take these chunks of coal home with me. That one's a good one, and this one's a nice sized coal chunk, actually. Now, I've been through this particular part, so I know that there's not much left as far as good old bottles. But that's how they used to do it, is just dump it right in the river, basically. What's this one here? It's like an old light fixture, maybe a early toilet base. Get you guys over here. And this is where I find a lot of the good ones, is right at the bases of trees. A lot of times the trees will protect it. This one here is a real nice piece of glass. This is all leather. It's an old shoe. But like I said, a lot of times you can take this stuff and go like that, and then just like that there's another bottle or something underneath, you know. Sometimes you can find old toys. There's another piece of coal. This is also probably part of the railroad's dumping ground, I would assume. Now these here I find quite often. I'm not sure what they are. Oh, I think they're charcoal. They're charcoal pens or something. Charcoal markers. Here's something else. I'm not sure if that's part of it too, or I can't tell. It's really cold out here. That's why I made a video today. Not much else to do other than walk around and look at some. A nice piece of coal there. Now we're getting up here on top of the pile. And it's quite a pile. Also, there's been a lot of fellas in here digging over the years. See, just like this, I go up underneath these trees like this and start looking. Just like this one here. This was gonna be a good one. That's what we're looking for, them squares. That's an old bottle right there. I'll spend a few minutes looking around, see if I can't find something here. This one would have been really cool if it wouldn't have been broken. I just found one called Colombian cat soup. Extra quality. Doesn't have the top on it, but you can see there's a bubble in the glass. It's an older bottle. Colombian cat soup. Never heard of it. Alright. Getting into the newer things. These here, I think they're from telephone poles. I'm not exactly sure what they were. But there's about 50 of them laying around. And I just kick them over and look underneath them. I'm standing on probably about 4 feet of glass. Look at this bottle here. Now that would have been a very cool bottle. How it's rounded. It's newer though. We're looking for some different things. Now this is probably the most I've ever scoured this whole deal, but that's an old clay pipe. I know over here that there is some other stuff around. Now of course I'm walking on it too. I mean you can't really tell, but there's lots of stuff underneath me. We've never really come out on this side much. Another pot out there. That one was a mug. Now that would have been a good one right there. Look at that. Oh. That would have been a very good one. That purple color. There's another one of them mugs. See the purple in it? This looks like quite a bit more glass over here. Sometimes like this here is a good spot to find them, but this one's cracked. It's got a hole right in her. These ones here are the ones we're looking for. Now I have picked some good bottles out of here. Looks like old Sprite maybe. I picked a couple of Thomas Edison battery oil bottles that were whole. Now we're getting out into the open here. I've never been over this way.